Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Seth Geis, and from the Bastani Studio, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
Good man. I like scotch. Scotchy, scotchy, scotch. Scotch in my belly. Good.
Well, there you go.
All right. So today we are talking about the Maya Selva, Flor de Selva, Año del Dragón 2024. So I don't know even know what to call this. I call it a Churchill, but it's 7.5 by 52. It's
Is he
got a,
Presidente? Is
It's
that a
it's a,
Presidente?
yeah. It's almost a Presidente.
yeah,
Yeah.
is it? But is it Presidente 8 inches?
Yeah. So
Okay,
it's
so it's
kind
like
of
a
a. I
Churchill
mean,
extra.
yeah. It's. I don't think I've really ever seen a cigar this size. Like normally, what you do that length is you'd make it a Salomon.
Right.
So to still be a Parejo is unusual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so it comes out of the Tobacco Store Orient factory in Honduras. Wrapper is Honduran Jamastran. Binder is Honduran Azacualpa and Olancho. Fillers from Honduras. Blended by Maya Selva. Price point is $24.50. And cigars released in October of 2023. So with all that out of the way, Seth, what was your overall experience like with the cigar?
Surprised I was ready to get going with that. Good thing I focused back in on there.
Boom.
Lots of cedar, lots of tobacco and cream, faint coffee notes, some hay, floral spice. You could really pick up that Maya Silva Honduran European quality, which
Yep.
is enjoyable, but at 7.5 by 52, it's a it's it's a big thing for very little, and you got to focus
A
for a
lot
long
of
time.
espressos. You know what I'm
It's
saying? You got to get a lot of espresso.
it's just you really got to get going through this thing. And the problem is that I thought that the flavor profile was too soft for a big of this cigar this big.
There it is.
It's too big of a cigar, and then Aaron, I'm ruining this. I'm sorry, I fucked
No.
up.
No, you're
Okay,
good.
and then it's just with that you got to keep someone's interest for a really long time there, and it's
Right.
just it smokes very cool because it's a big cigar, so that it's you already have a softer flavor profile that it's you need a little you need some resistance just to have, there's just too too little and too many problems. So,
All right, John,
John,
how about you?
I guess I'm just, being the Canadian, we kind of bridge that European gap. I don't disagree with a lot of what Seth was saying. It is a very soft profile. I mean, I got a lot of sweet vegetable and herbal notes. So like, black tea, bread, green tea, just, like the European is the best way I would describe it. And it is very soft. I mean, most of the time you're going to find yourself really reaching for the flavors. But when you find them, they were enjoyable. Second, third, creamy bread, wood, spices, herbs, a little bit of chocolate. Herbal note kind of moved into retrohale at the halfway point. Last third was a little bit of a slog for me because the notes that I was getting in the first two thirds kind of fell off. So it started out creamy spices and herbs, a little bit of tobacco, and then as it continued, just kind of wood, and that wood took on some dryness, which is never good when you got a big cigar. Got a little bit of spices, which gave my palate a bit of a break, but um, combination of the wood and tannic black tea is the last there was a bit much. I had a great burn, just flawless, which is a good thing on a cigar that size. So I actually did have a resistant draw, and I docked it for the resistance draw. But I just wanted to make note that like that is absolutely what I would want on a cigar of this size. You do not want an open draw. You want a bit of snugness because you do want to work it to keep it cool. But I had a good experience. Aaron, you?
Yeah, for me, this cigar started with lightly toasted cedar and light amounts of earth and black pepper, kind of light mustiness that joined a bit later. Second, third saw a light vegetal note join in, and then the final third saw some wood bitterness join in and increase until it was a bit acrid and kind of masked the other flavors aside from
Oof.
the toasted cedar. Um, Cigar began with a basic and mellow flavor profile, kind of maintained that to the first two thirds. Final third took a big step down as that wood bitterness joined in and became acrid. I don't know how many you can count how many times we said this is a really big cigar, but big cigar, it's easy going to start and then it becomes off-putting at the end. It's also really expensive, so where I see this fitting is for somebody that doesn't really smoke that much and wants a really mellow cigar and probably won't make it past the halfway mark, right? So you're not going to get to that end where it's not, where it starts, at least for me, it started to get not, I didn't want to smoke it anymore. Um, Not something I'd return to. It's just, yeah, it's just, I'm not sure what this was built for. Um, but it's just, it just doesn't deliver in that second half. I think you could deliver that what you got in the first half in a much smaller cigar, and then just deliver that for that short amount of time and get your point across. But yeah, this is just a pretty big miss for me. All right, so let's get the scores. We'll start at the top with John at 6.67. June gave it a 6.1. Seth gave it a 5.38. I gave it a 5.15. So John, how'd that 6.67 match up for you?
Yeah, it matches up well. Bang on.
All right, Seth 5.38.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of disappointing. It's one of these things that, well, it's not just. I mean, yeah, the cigar was disappointing. I was expecting better. What did we have? We smoked the Ox, which I really liked.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, my
too many.
5.15 matches up well. It was a below average flavor profile. That final third just was not good. Really good construction, a little bit wavy burn, slightly snug draw for me, but yeah, it just didn't finish well, and it was a long smoky time that didn't really keep my attention anyway. So, any final thoughts from you guys on this?
Yeah, I'm
Th-
I'm I'm over big cigars. I mean, listen, 3 hours and 18 minutes, and I think that
This
I've
is
been
a big
smoking
cigar,
for
man.
it's a big cigar. I've been smoking for a year or two, and I just feel like you cannot make a big cigar that's going to be interesting enough to keep my attention that wouldn't blow my palate out because it'd be so strong. So the very nature of the size of the cigar, I feel like, just make an interesting figurado that's, call it 6.25 by 52, or, make a 5.75 by 52 figurado, or something, like double Salomon, or like something else that is interesting but isn't so big. Um, I like the profile. It's just, I do agree I mean, I cannot imagine a person, a non-regular cigar smoker, being able to commit 3 hours and 18 minutes to that.
Yep.
Like you said, I feel like they would pitch at the halfway mark, which is not really what you want. But
Right. All right, wherever you're catching this video, be sure to like and subscribe, but check out the full written review on the website, developingpalace.com. Follow us on all the social media channels and catch all of our review recaps on podcasts, so iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.
you're the dragon, y'all.